counted. So, Devstream 157, let's go, right? The game is almost halfway through the bonus weekends. Affinity Boost this weekend, Credit next weekend, and then it's going to be rinse and repeat, I think, until the end of November. But this is Hildryn Deluxe. She looks like some kind of Darksiders maker, or it reminds me heavily of armor from Darksiders, right? Huge, chunky, with lots of designs on the armor itself. Her visuals will change depending on her shields. If her shields are completely depleted, then the energy shell around the skin will disappear, making her look a lot weaker. She also comes with a giant axe skin, a two-handed axe with a split blade, which looks like this. This is it compared to the Cindo Prime, just for a size reference. It looks really good. Again, it is a skin. This is what the Hildryn skin will look like in game, because this is a really early render of the skin. And I'm going to be honest, the artist's image looks much sharper and I guess much more intimidating than what the render looks like, but it is an early render, so I guess maybe a lot will change before this actually gets implemented into the game. If anything, it reminds me more of a beetle than anything else, not this big intimidating kind of, I guess, beast of a Warframe. Now, this is a Tonkor skin on the way as well. It's coming along with Protea Deluxe, which is some of the skins that they showed off on the dev stream out of the way. Then they went on later on in the stream, right? I'm going to bypass a lot of the fluff and I'm going to talk about the moment that they spoke about crossplay and of course cross save as well.
Obviously working still. I see a lot of questions in the chat about crossplay and cross progression, and those are advancing very well. We don't have any dates for those, but that has been going really well. I think just last week we implemented like the options screens and stuff for opting in and out to cross network play and those sorts of things. What did I want to say?
I think in regards to crossplay and cross save, truthfully, since we announced it and demoed it working and everything, now people know that it's, when is it coming? When is it coming? And I think when you weren't here on the last dev stream, you mentioned that it's going to be post New War, so to give players sort of like a baseline.
Yeah. New War first, and then we'll make sure we get to that.
Yeah.
And what we think, I mean, we haven't. This isn't really official, but we're probably going to do one then the other.
That's right.
It's probably going to be easier for us to do a limited run of crossplay and just kind of iron out the kinks with it, and then get into cross save or cross progression to follow, which has a lot of complicating issues. People on Twitter were illuminating me quite a bit.
I've got two accounts.
Someone literally in chat just said, what about my combining my accounts?
This is my
how do the combinations and all of those things work?
Yeah.
And so we do have, technically proving it doesn't mean we've solved all of the issues with actually carrying it out. But these are things that are coming, and the progress on them is absolutely amazing. So we're, I don't know, hopefully maybe in the new year or something like that, we can start getting into crossplay.
After the New War, in the new year.
After the New War.
Cross-save.
Yes. Potentially
Crossplay.
maybe with like a console or PC crossover event to kind of work on that.
Yeah.
It sounds like they don't want it to delete your account by accident when they're trying to implement cross-save. They said there is a lot of different layers and it is going to be quite complicated to set up, so they want to do it right, which I can fully understand. But expect crossplay or cross-save next year, early next year they said maybe, which might be, I guess, wishful thinking, maybe early 2022, which brings us on to Mastery Rank 30 and above players will soon be able to have all of their abilities whenever they pop a former onto an item or onto a Warframe. So now when you form a Warframe, you won't lose any of its abilities once you're Mastery Rank 30 or above. Basically won't get reset down to just one ability. So it's going to be a big quality of life change based on your players or on your account's mastery rank. This will also work apparently with Archwing and with Necromex as well, so no more loss of abilities. Now they also mentioned that Necromex in normal missions is not something that they have touched yet, or I guess even worked on or spoken about, so you can forget about that for now, or I guess for the foreseeable future. Nyx is going to get some tweaks, minor tweaks. She will be able to roll in the Assimilate Augment, so you'll be able to walk around really slowly, but you'll also be able to roll, I guess, to get that little bit more of a momentum. But she's also getting some buffs to mind control. Enemies will also be staggered by her psychic bolts, and her absorb is getting the base range increased. So again, like I said, pretty minor changes. But any buff is better than no buff, right? October will have some events running throughout it as well, just like September did, which means New War more than likely won't be October, right? Which most of us kind of guessed that much anyway. I'm guessing it's going to be November or December. It might even end up being early next year. Knights of Naboris is the Halloween event from last year from Deimos that is going to return again, but there's going to be some new items in the vendor for you to pick up. It's going to run from October the 6th to November the 3rd. It is a seasonal event with weapon skins, glyphs, and of course noggles, but there's also going to be a demonic winged ephemera called the Nyctalus ephemera, which I assume will be the one item that the whole community will be interested in over anything else, or especially over glyphs or anything like that, because it does look pretty well designed. Now, there is another ephemera coming as well later in October for Digital Extreme's Cancer charity push that will be running on Twitch streams, as well as some glyphs, a t-shirt and a floof as well, which look really nice, and they are going to be in aid of trying to beat cancer, so it's definitely going to be a worthwhile charity to check out. But that's pretty much all of the dev stream. Gonna be honest, I think it's fair to say that this dev stream was a filler dev stream. It was a quality of life one, or it was one where they were just answering questions, and maybe by the end of next month, when the next dev stream rolls around, we will know more about the new war, or what to expect, or maybe more in relation to cross-play and cross-save, and hopefully it won't just be about skins and werewolves and crumb guzzlers and everything else, right? But anyway, that's the dev stream. As always, thanks for watching.
Okay, all right.
I like this one more. This
Naboris Mobile.
is the mo-
I know you. I feel it. It's time. Summon your devil.